years since the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan, women and girls have seen their rights degrade dramatically, despite what the White House says are their constant efforts to pressure the Islamist group. During the chaotic withdrawal last year, the White House touted their influence over the group.
We have an enormous amount of leverage, this is our view, over time. That includes economic leverage. It includes leverage that we will make clear to the Taliban as it relates to coordination, continue to get American citizens and our partners out.
But since taking power last August, the hardline group has prevented most girls from going to school, forcing them into secret schools. And they've ordered women to cover their faces and stopped issuing driver's licenses to women. The group pegs these edicts to their strict interpretation of Islam. The U.S. pressure is not enough, say advocates.
It's basically been, a leverage that has not worked, frankly, it's sort of. It's essentially time that we acknowledge that. There's also sort of the question of diplomatic recognition, but that's a question that's sort of far down the road. I mean, the question of the other kinds of aid, the question of, the unfreezing of the central bank reserves, all of those questions sort of come first. And even that is leverage that essentially has not worked.
The U.S. isn't the only nation speaking out for Afghan women. Arab countries, including Saudi Arabia, have also tried, again, with no effect. And analysts say the sanctioning of the Taliban has led to a humanitarian crisis that disproportionately hurts women and children, and could threaten the main U.S. priority for Afghanistan, which is to prevent it from becoming a terrorist haven again.
I think that many in Afghanistan would blame the United States to an extent for the current state of affairs of the humanitarian crisis, in that, it's the U.S. that led these efforts to sanction the Taliban many years ago. The sanctions are still there. And it's mainly because of those sanctions that you're not having money coming into the country. And because money's not coming into the country, that's a big reason for the economic crisis.
And what do the women of Afghanistan want?
We want to live as human beings, as humans, and not as captives in the corner of the house, not be held in a cage, and our husbands go and beg for food. We don't ever want this.
But for Afghanistan's 19 million girls and women, this demand is being denied. Anita Powell, VOA News, Washington.